Chucky episode 3 today, guys. You know the drill. Subscribe and hit that notification so you get notified when our reaction for the next one is up. Been enjoying this series so much. Hit that like button. That's actually the most important thing you can do. Full length watch alongs, we sync up with the time code. They're at our Patreon page. Cover so many other shows over there. Reaction highlights included for a lot of them. Nerd Chronic, thanks for writing these down. I think you're doing a good job. We're stack shooting them, so we'll see.
How did you end up like this?
In a lot of ways, it was your standard voodoo soul transfer.
No,
See?
I mean... when did you become a killer in the first place?
Oh, I get it. All right, kid. Let me tell you the story of my first time.
Oh, God, here we go. I really want to see Chucky versus Michael Myers now. That's cool if they change the intro every time.
Yeah, it's clever.
Everywhere Jake Wheeler goes, death seems to follow. I think Jake knows more than he's saying.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Can't or won't?
Well, which one is it? Answer me!
I'm sorry I had to see that. I can't imagine how much that hurt. I wish I could, like...
Kiss you?
Never mind. No, it's stupid. No.
Just hug you back to feeling good.
I wish I could, like, protect you or something.
Aww.
I still can't believe she did that. Must have been so angry.
Of course I was angry. You know, Lexi can be a real bitch. You know what she's like. No, she was just messing around. Oh, I gotta go do a project. Homework.
See you later?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Yes.
See you, Devin.
Yes. See you, Devin.
I saw the pictures from Oliver's party. They're all over school.
I screenshot and saved it to my phone.
And I sent him to all the staff.
I just want you to know that you can always come to me, yeah? You can trust me.
Oh, you're dead, lady.
I like her.
But you know she's dead.
Yeah.
You get to know your victim. What they like. Where they go.
Oh, shit.
But eventually, you gotta get your victim alone.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, dude.
Oh, no.
Mez is truly chilling.
What the hell are you doing? I wasn't doing anything. I was... What's your problem?
The right moment always comes.
Man.
Yeah, it's chilling.
Oh my god, why is she acting like this?
I got her a doll.
No. She likes her blankie. No. No. Here, hey. No. Hey, what can I get you? Chucky. Chucky is my best friend. I want Chucky. I want Chucky.
Oh, you're gonna have to go talk to Jake.
Yeah, go running with that.
Yes.
So embarrassing. Oh my God.
No, Dad took us to a wax museum once. Totally sucked. All these insane tools on the wall, just like this one. It was actually pretty cool.
Why are you even here?
I'm here because I need to talk to you. If you can fit me into your busy gardening schedule.
I gotta hate her.
Can't even ingratiate yourself properly.
Dead dad Halloween costume thing. I guess I can sort of see why you'd take that the wrong way.
There was a right way?
Look, I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings. I'm sure you want to know what you can do for me.
Hey, Lexi, what can I do for you?
Chucky. Not for me. I think he's totally creepy. For Caroline.
No, absolutely not. No. You can never have him.
You mean I came all the way here to apologize? And this is how you repay me?
Yeah, that's exactly how.
Yeah. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh.
Cold called completion anxiety.
Look, I wanted to do it.
Let me fix your Lexi problem.
How?
By killing her.
We give her what she wants.
We should collab with this guy.
Definitely.
You know, Lexi can be a real bitch. I mean, I don't know.
He is doing the detective work.
No.
I need to talk to you about Jake.
What about Jake?
I think it's best if you stay away from him from now on.
Jake's dad died, and now you're making Jake the bad guy?
This isn't about Jake's dad. This is about my son.
Yeah, this feels very caring.
This kid's so good, man.
I know.
It's an edict. Stay away from him.
Why'd she tell him to eat a dick?
Sometimes you just gotta let your kid know, man. You gotta lay down the law.
Why are you here?
I thought it was cool of you to apologize the way you did.
I know.
Chucky!
She can help him.
Oh, damn, he's an accomplice.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Birth of a Dexter vibes.
Yeah.
Great. What's a little genius doing now?
Shh, look.
I like to be hugged.
She's so smart. Oh, he just whispers right in front of
Give you a hug.
them. Look at that.
No. They're so.
Is this a big moment?
We're really breaking through with her.
Hey. Sorry, it took forever for the tenants to leave.
How long
Oh
have we-
no.
We believe that bullying is unacceptable.
As do we.
It's come to our attention that Lexi has been bullying Jake.
Our daughter is not the bully. If anything, she's the victim. Did you see what that kid did at the talent show? He humiliated her.
Jake's been through a lot lately.
That is not an excuse for his behavior.
Tell him about the costume.
A student brought this to my attention.
Oh, damn. That's gotta hurt. I'm gonna see that too. I thought they were aware for some reason.
Yeah.
My brother.
I think we can all agree the best thing is to go home, talk to your kids, find a way to move forward.
What a strong parent-teacher conference.
Hey man, in the day and age of cell phone footage, I bet they've gotten a lot more efficient.
Meeting's over. Just go home and talk to them.
Go
now.
deal with it. Now you know what you need to know. We showed you the video.
We're not gonna talk strategy or possible ways you could go about this.
We're not their parents, man. We don't need to get into that.
Go to sleep.
You didn't do it right. Bedtime. You have to sing to me. Daddy sings to me.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll kill you.
I won't say a word.
Oh my god, this is gonna be humiliating for you. So embarrassing.
You bust out your professional singing voice in front of everyone.
Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper.
That surprisingly was effective. Like, that's a silly choice. Oh, never mind.
Compelled all of a sudden.
Hey, kid. I'm gonna go kill your sister. You wanna come?
Are you sleepy?
Oh no.
Oh,
Snug as a fucking bug.
was it a weighted blanket?
Why aren't you in bed?
Chucky's gone.
Are you sure? Maybe he fell into your bed.
He said he's going to kill you.
Caroline, why would you say that? Come on.
Ooh, I'm kind of scared. Oh, wow. Oh. Holy moly.
Hey, Lexi.
What?
Oh, shit. My bad. Ah, fuck it.
Oh, they all have headphones on.
Yeah. Oh.
That's an interesting theme of traumatic recreation that I did not expect from this show.
Yeah, right? Meanwhile, in the Eyes Wide Shut room.
Is this her parents?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh.
Jake, you fucking little...
Wow.
Holy crap.
Dude.
No. Is it over? Oh, thank God.
Not ready for it to be done. Oh.
I had a feeling he would do it. Yep.
You got guts, kid. I'll give you that. You've got to cover your tracks.
Some killers are made, but the best of us are born.
Bastards.
Yeah, give me more.
I'm itching to know what happened.
More. Give me more.
Shit. That was an intense one.
Yeah.
That was genuinely, like, fraught.
Yeah.
Gripping.
Gripping and fraught are two good words for that. Yeah. Very good words for that.
It was like, I'm on like the edge of my seat right now.
Which is like the biggest surprise maybe of all. Like I've been enjoying it. I expected to enjoy it, but they've consistently given me us both exactly what I expected, but also something that feels like it has a lot more at the core than what I expected.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially when watching the three back to back, you're watching the evolution. Like the first episode kind of plugs you into something much more familiar. Mm-hmm. And now they're getting deeper and more creative and truly like an uncomfortable, sinister, like, feels like real, like, menacing.
Yeah.
And and the way they're like utilizing the sparse use of his flashbacks to Charles Lee Ray's upbringing, and I like how they kept it that he's still just born a killer. Like, if anything, he found inspiration from seeing the murderer, not like, oh my God, I'm fucked up and now I'm recreating that.
No, it's like he found the missing piece of what to do with these feelings.
Yeah, it's different. It's very different. and how they've been fleshing out. Like what's her name? Lexi?
Lexi, yeah.
So like, oh god, she is just so awful.
She is.
but the scene's so suspenseful in the way they draw up the tension in that whole sequence in the house was so well done that you find yourself like, I'm a little scared right now, even though I technically don't really like this girl. I'm a little scared.
I think I'm fascinated by the blend of character tones they've drawn, especially with her, because in this episode they skated what I think is a razor thin line between having her be this hateable, almost, tropey character, but then also adding layers onto where you don't necessarily like her or even want her to live, but you are like, I kind of get what your life is like and why you're this way, and now I don't as gleefully want to see you die. Like there's...
Yes, that's the best way to put it, is like, it's not as much of a celebration of her dying.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really done anything to make her likable, but they've done things to make her go, I guess you're not as bad.
Yeah, they've done some subtle things in showing, like in developing, like, okay, what her home life is like. And I thought, like, her apology scene, as much as there are elements of her, like, immediately returning to insults that maybe undermine some of that, I did think the apology was like a nice, you could watch her layers almost breaking apart for like a hot second as she actually gets a little vulnerable with him before covering right back up.
Yes, I suppose so. It still pissed me off so much.
Oh, absolutely. She's still such a bitch. And it's like, I rarely use that word for anybody, but it's your ass. Like, it is that thing of like, you must be asking for it because you can't even do this in a way where you're not being a complete bitch about it and like making it all about you and like how you must feel the need to pay me back for this.
I'm so humble.
Yeah. It's like a Lonely Island moment.
And it's kind of like, it's weird because it's a little manipulative of what they did in the moment. It's manipulative in a way that I admire. When she's dancing with Oliver.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, here's this. She's gonna flat out cheat on him. And then a song comes on that she really loves, and so she wants to dance with
Junior.
Cousin Junior. Yeah, she wants to dance with Junior. And at that moment, it's like, it's not like she did something likable. It's that, oh, you didn't do something as bad as I thought you would.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised you went to your boyfriend.
They're great at catching you off guard with character beats that
like, oh, she might actually like him.
They play against, I think, the way we profile these characters in slasher things and root for them to die. Like, I think they're good at playing on those actual character elements.
I think what they've implemented with her are a little bit more subtle in the sense of I think one thing, though, I mean, if there's something that they've done to show her heart, is that she cares about her younger sister.
Clearly.
Yeah.
As much as she is like jealous of the attention that she gets, she also seems to be the only one truly trying to hone into her actual emotions.
Like, she needs the blanket or the sunglasses or something, and she sits down and goes, what do you actually want? And it seemed like she apologized, forced herself through that moment just to get the Chucky doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it like puts a challenging position for our main character, because
that was
she like straight up was like, go kill,
Yeah, and I mean that whole scene where he drops the doll off and the girl comes out, like, and just the play of emotions across that was great.
Yeah, that's what I really admire that they made it, that they let their main character do that. That it wasn't just Chuck, because I feel like in a lot of movies and stuff, or even like the earlier Child's Play films, it would be a case of just Chucky goes and does his thing.
Yeah,
but he made the choice to be like, I can't do the final kill, so you do it.
Yeah, I tried, and I know I can't, but I'll put you in the position.
Oh man, so yeah, that's a challenge. It's like it's a challenge that can make your main character unlikable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those things where, you know, there are depictions of high schoolers that are very over the top in this show, especially with how, like, yeah, at the party, not a single person objects. Everyone thinks, you know, her dressing as his dead dad is funny. Like, that's a little over the top, but when it came to oh goodness, my train of thought. When it comes to like those teen, I believed that you could find yourself in that position, basically, where you are so hurt and you're so alienated that you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take this. I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm too afraid to do it, but I have the means, so I'll just let the means do their thing. Like, it's a decision I could see somebody in that position making, and then, you know, when he's in the cemetery over his parents' graves, hearing the sirens, realizing the reality, then being like, oh, what have I done?
Yeah.
You know, like, I could see that in a more, in what felt like a more natural way. Like, I thought they played that in a way that felt grounded almost.
The way they use the use of camera is so impressive.
Yeah,
I love that shot where it looks like just a moving shot, and then
low tracking.
Yeah,
shot.
and then the way it pulls, like, oh, we're in a POV.
Yeah,
like, oh, it's so clever.
Yeah,
and the aesthetic that they choose with the flashbacks and stuff with the, what do you call that frame?
It's like 8mm film. Yeah, it's like a 3x4 frame.
Well, using the music and the era, you get almost this Born the Devil kind of vibe with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like almost like a Manson vibe.
Yeah.
About him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like engulfed in the flames with that shot, like, this is for Jake, and then it's just he's laughing maniacally like at the devil in hell.
Yeah.
You know,
7 minutes in hell.
And then the way that, like, they killed Oliver too. Man, he did not put up a fight. That guy. She put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I think there is a shock factor that comes to realizing, like, what the hell is alive with that? Because I thought they handled that well with her, because she's fighting back the whole time, but then she, like, starts to cower with the reality.
She realizes, oh, this is a supernatural happening right now.
Yeah.
And that's a great line too. Is, yeah, there's something about, like, being strangled from behind. While I'm sure your mind is everywhere, it's still like there's a level of tangibility where you must understand the situation in your head. And then, yeah, when you make the realization that it's another caliber scarier, yeah, it was a great moment that I don't know if I've ever seen a horror movie actually quite do.
Well, I think that's what threw them off, especially with Oliver. Like, I think it's why Oliver didn't fight back, because he was just so, like, shocked.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, there are many things that are really effective about Chucky, and I feel like it's probably the key to why Chucky has been able to survive so many different tones, levels of quality, etc. Because there's something inherently scary about just leaving your kid alone with a possessed doll. But there's also something inherently scary about anybody encountering a doll that's, like, 2 feet tall and is trying to actively murder you. Like, it would disconcert you on a whole other level.
This has incredible camera work. Like, the framing devices they use are solid. They do such a great job with, like, their backgrounds and knowing where to center their characters in positions that have, like, an artistic representation with the background. It's really, it's surprisingly impressive, and I love how this show started off on this, like, campy level. Not too campy, I'm not gonna say like full camp, but it was heightened for sure, and then it's really become more effective in a horror tense way.
Yeah.
And it's becoming, well, okay, I think what it is that it starts off with the Chucky world doll kills, and now it's going into that real uncomfortable feeling of watching serial killer activity, you know?
Yeah. Watching, true cruelty, because I think you call it out Carrie, and that's a great touchstone, actually, right? Because, it's like the true extent of cruelty, and then real deranged serial kill. Like, when he's stalking her out when she's running, like, that is, like, really uncomfortable, and it's like you're watching. I like that it's asking and probing at like what creates the serial killer without fully going, it's this, you know, it's like, here's what happened to Charles Lee Ray. And I'd be curious to know it. I feel like my reception of these scenes is pretty positive, but I also like the flashbacks in the Rob Zombie movie, which a lot of fans don't. So I'd be curious to know what fans think of that, but it feels like it's a solid just view in on the origins of that character without feeling like this is how evil is created, you know?
I mean, I think without diving too much into it, we can touch on it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a big difference though when you're Michael Myers. The whole point is he's mute.
Yeah,
he's a shape, whereas people know just Charles Lee Ray. And
Chucky
he's
always be
so
talking.
vocal. Yeah,
he's always been talking. Yeah, for sure.
And when he's introduced in Child's Play, you see him as Brad Dourif first before he transforms into the doll or puts his soul in the doll. So, yeah, it's I think it lends itself a little bit more to see a little bit about his background. Versus like where Michael Myers, the whole point is the mystique.
Yeah,
or Chucky's
he
not
could
really
show
a
up.
mystique.
No,
Chucky has a kid. Chucky's like, yeah.
It's funny too because you said something about Chucky versus Michael Myers, and Michael is a character I've never actually wanted to see in a versus movie because I don't think it works.
Wouldn't that be great?
But I would actually, if there's any character, because I think you could just play on the complete tonal separation of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could see
it would
them.
be the Freddy versus Jason, and then we use that with.
Yeah, and it's the only character I could see that with. But also too, another layer of goodness I thought this episode did was they've done so much with Jake about like, well, he's got to be a common denominator in these murders somehow. But then in this episode, you've got the party going on, and they did a number of shots just looking at other characters, clearly having feelings about what's going on with different characters, and sort of showing kind of the potential for anybody who is, you know, he's showing the motivation that could get muddy here.
Yeah.
For, you know, people's jealousy and anger and hurt and frustration and all sorts of stuff that leads people down these darker, more visceral paths.
I think what this show does well is they let the truth of what's going on with the characters rest on their faces when they're alone. Like alone in thought.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it right there, even in the scene with Jake when he is, man, I wish more people stuck around for our reviews. So sometimes I feel like we say some cool shit.
Sometimes I feel like we give out a solid ass review. Just start putting these up as podcasts on just the auditory platforms. See if maybe more people listen.
It's like when he's talking with God damn, what's her name? Lexi. He's talking with Lexi, and whenever her back is turned, he's like filled with like, I want to kill her, like that darkness in him. But then when he faces her, it vanishes.
Yeah,
he's
like,
totally just can't. Yeah, he can't do it. And you see that a lot more with like the looks when they let the camera linger on Lexi when she's more alone in her thoughts, not so much when she's interacting with people. Less of the veneer and more of just the reality of what the vulnerable situation she's in. Even with the cousin too, you know, like he had a bit of a vulnerable moment. Like, yeah, when he's like watching her dance with Oliver. Yeah. You know, people, they let them. And Devin in the podcast room and stuff. And that kid is such a great.
He's so good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He has that like believable, mature kid.
Yeah.
Not like weird actor trained child who like be an adult, you know?
Yeah.
He has a believable mature kid quality to himself.
Yeah, and being the son of detective, it's like all the character pieces that could just play as this is a character we cobbled together out of modern stuff people like podcast, true crime. You know, he's
which I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, okay, it seems like it's just you and your mom, and it seems like you probably would have to grow up kind of fast, and also
Exactly.
you've got this secret that you're harboring that clearly you and your mom aren't fully talking about yet.
And with seeing the way his relationship is with his mom, it complements why he would be so mature and eloquent and empathetic and understanding
Wanna be
to
the
what's going
protector.
on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it does a great job at fleshing out the character dynamics.
Which is the last thing you expected to talk about during the Chucky show. But that's what makes good horrors. Like it can have all the camp and schlock, but also it rests it on these character bits.
Like it's implemented there in the first episode, but it doesn't feel as like richly nuanced. But then as the show's progressing, it's becoming more nuanced. And I don't know, maybe it's impressive. It is impressive. Like I was really engrossed in this in a suspenseful way. Like this is not funny.
Yeah, and I like especially when things that are supposed to be funny part of the time can get to that place where this part is not funny.
Yeah,
you know, and that, like there's some deaths and aspects of the macabre humor that, you know, are very much that lurid comedy, but also there are some that just want you to feel uncomfortable. And I appreciate that.
All right, guys. Well, 3 Chucky episodes down. Leave your thoughts down below. In real time of filming this, there's only one more episode out, and then gotta catch up to the 5th. This is really enjoyable.
I'm having a blast. I could shoot these all night.
This is seriously like really enjoyable.
Yeah, this is probably the most just like instantly I'm sucked in. I'm having a great time. I can't wait to watch the next one. Like I'm noticing all these things, but also it's just flying by because I'm so wrapped up in it. Like I'm very jazzed right now.
Yeah, thank God we started this. My goodness. All right. Well, thanks for being here, and let's do a Scoobity Scuba Steve, dude. It's a horror series, and we would be remiss not to shout you out because I think you are probably pound for pound a more experienced and learned horror fan than either of us combined. The amount of horror films you have seen, and I'm not just talking about mainstream stuff made by recognizable names. I feel like you will watch anything in the horror genre. You watch the straight-to-video shit. You watch the streaming stuff. And then occasionally you pop up, you know, with like a Conjuring or whatever. Feel like most of the recommendations you've sent me are obscure and strange and things where I would have never sought them out on my own. So Scoobs, maintain that credibility, and you know, maybe when it's time for you to shuffle off the mortal coil, you can voodoo transfer your own soul into the doll of somebody and then send it to us, and we can keep you here forever. Can we start over?
Oh, sure. What did you have in mind? Scuba Steve.
Scuba